Good morning, everyone. How are y'all doing?
Morning.
Good. As he said, I'm John. I'm one of the co-owners of Meeple Movers. My wife Sonia is in the audience. She is also a co-owner and fellow bathroom cleaner. So just to give you an idea of who we are a board game store with a little bit of a meetup component. So way back in somewhere around 2015, we decided that we were not only going to be a crazy online retailer that sold board games in an overcrowded market, but we were also going to start a meetup group to allow people to get face-to-face and actually play these games that we love. I presented here back, I guess early 2019. I thought it was 2018, but apparently the slide doesn't lie, so early 2019. Our projection at that time was that we were going to be in a brick and mortar space around third quarter of 2019. That was obviously an overzealous projection. We did not end up making it until October of this past year. We are currently in a warehouse that I need to get out of because it's way too hot. So we started working on our business development plan and completed it in March 2020, delivered it to the bank. Bank said, "This is great, we love it. We will see you in a week with an approval." We went to a trade show, bought $40,000 worth of inventory, and Wall Street crashed. COVID, lockdowns, y'all know the story. So we ended up with $40,000 worth of inventory in our garage for about 8 months until we were able to find a space to get into where we could stop tripping over boxes to do our laundry. So we have been running online and up until a few months ago, just online meetups with our meetup group. We recently started doing in-person meetups after getting vaccinated and things getting a little bit more back to normal and people being a little bit more comfortable with being face-to-face. We used to do what was called FBA, or Fulfilled by Amazon, fulfillment for most of our games. We've left that. We now do all of our own fulfillment for multiple channels. We sell on Amazon, eBay, our own website, Newegg, and Walmart.com now. So we do multi-channel fulfillment, but I gotta be honest, if I could do one thing and one thing only, I would never ship another game. I want to see people playing games together, and the best way to do that is to show them the games in-house, to actually show them what they are. So our current situation is that we are in a warehouse. As you can probably tell, this is our front area. It's pretty nice, it looks good. We have a couple of tables. We don't have a lot of room. You can't run large meetups with a limit of 12 people. So we've got 2 tables, and if I throw out a folding table, maybe I can get 12 people in there, but it's not a lot of room. It's also pretty hot, but well, right now it's really hot. But we do have the largest and widest selection of board games in Ocala. We're actually expanding into other markets. We now carry role-playing games. We carry some plushies. We've got a decent selection of dice. I want to build it even more, so we're still adding on more and more. We have over 1,000 items in stock. I haven't looked exactly to see how many we have today, but I can tell you that it was well over 1,000 the last time I looked. We are an Asmodee flagship store. None of this is going to mean anything to you, but that's okay. Just know that in our industry, getting these types of certifications doesn't come necessarily easy. And it's something that we want to continue growing on. We were one of Eagle Griffin's top 3 retailers in the United States for many years running, and we didn't even know that until I met him one time at a trade show, and he said, "Yeah, this is he was introducing us to someone else and said, "This is one of our top 3 online retailers." And I, of course, being the competitive guy I am, said, "What does it take to get to #1?" And he said, "A lot more." So here's what we want to do in Ocala. It's the same thing. It hasn't changed since I last presented here. We still want to bring a board game cafe to Ocala. So what does that mean? You come in, you pay a small fee to be able to use our 600 plus game library. You have free access to the games in the library, free access to the tables, a nice selection of drinks, a nice selection of snacks, and we want to be able to run some events. So some things that Ocala maybe hasn't seen, or at least has only seen in traditional game stores. We have access to publishers that can come and do demo nights. We have access to a lot of things that aren't currently being brought to Ocala that we think are really cool. Being able to run some themed events such as maybe the escape room events, or maybe a theater style murder mystery night. We would love to bring those things to Ocala. So we're still working toward it. I am looking for space. That's really what I'm here for today. We need a space that is preferably in the entertainment district. So that pretty much brings us down to downtown or Highway 200 I-75 corridor. We were looking for about 3,000 square feet. It seems to be a very hard number to hit right now, so I am willing to scale down and scale up later if I can find somebody who is directly connected to something that is not already on LoopNet or CREXI, because I'm on those scouring almost every single day. If you know of anyone who has that type of location, I would love to talk to you. By the way, it does need to be in the city so I can have city fiber, because I'm tired of dealing with some other internet providers, and we need to have a beer and wine license, so we need to look at that as well. Thank you.